Alright, hey Fruit Faces, it's Clary May. I'm back again. I have definitely been accused before of being like obsessed with my weight. I think that I kind of deny it, like outwardly. I've never had an eating disorder. So I've had a little bit of disordered eating here and there, I would say, and I've done some calorie restriction, but I would not go so far as to say I've ever had an eating disorder. I know that's rare, but I just want to kind of admit that, yeah, like I guess I just realized like I am in a way, and I try to draw the line and say it's not weight, it's the inches. I'm obsessed with the measurements. I just want to come clean. I always talk about transparency. It's easy to talk. It's easy to talk about others, but when you flip it around on yourself, that's when you know that you got some wisdom up there, because everybody gets blown away a little bit. We all make mistakes, and yeah, we all get carried away sometimes. I realized that I am obsessed with weight loss. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck, and that's why I'm talking to you about it, because I've accepted it. And I just saw a quote yesterday. I was like, but I don't care that I just realized that it's not a bad thing. In this day and age, everybody acts like it's this huge, shallow idea to try to lose weight, that we should just accept our bodies how they are and keep on eating fried foods every day, because who the fuck cares? It's one of those things where I think certain industries and people try to spin and kind of manipulate. Sorry, I felt like there was a hair or something in there. They try to spin it, and they take advantage, obviously, of our emotions. People are very emotional about losing weight. People don't enjoy being overweight. Some of them do, and I think it's partially because of this idea that being overweight is cool now, it's cooler, it's totally... I hate to say the word acceptable, because it's up to you whether you accept your weight or not. That's, people are just pushing it, that base, all of that, and just the idea, I did a video sort of touching on that before about body shaming, and, I'm not a body shamer. I'm not going to ever shame anybody. I have great empathy for anybody who's obese, because I know that it would not be fun. I've carried around extra weight, and you get fucking tired, and that's how it is. It's not fun. The thing is that you can tell, people are not comfortable. Most people are not comfortable being overweight. You can't do certain things, you miss out on life, it's embarrassing, and it's just not healthy. Here's the main point, is that weight loss isn't a shallow endeavor. It can be. I guess you could do it for completely, and a lot of people do it for completely shallow reasons, for appearance and just to look good. But also, I think it's really tied up more than people realize, that it's actually how you feel. I feel better. I feel like I have more energy whenever I weigh less. And I want to differentiate. I do not care about actual weight. Anytime I'm talking about weight loss, I hashtag weight loss, whatever, because I know that's what everybody, that's just how it's how we speak. It's who we are. It's not the weight. For me, it's the inches, because I've done enough studying. And you know what I'm going to do, you guys? I don't want to sit here and link them all to this video. What I'm going to do is post a lot of the links. I have probably 12 different links about this. This is a big thing to me, because I have struggled with this in the past. I've kind of had to, like I said, work through this whole thing. Why? I feel shallow. I'm hiding things. I feel like I'm hiding things. I don't like that. I think it's blocked me in some ways, because I felt guilty about being obsessed with my weight. And I want to just clarify, again, I didn't have an ED. I wasn't obsessed to the... of course it affects my life. Of course it's part of who I am, and it cuts into other things. Perhaps, when I'm listing or working out or talking about it or whatever, I probably, maybe I do less housework, or maybe I'd be a better mom if I wasn't so worried about this. But honestly, my kids are doing awesome, and I feel like I'm a pretty good mom, especially because I'm doing it. I have good support system. I'm very lucky, but I'm basically doing it myself day in and day out. I'm not going to feel guilty, because when I'm in better shape, my kids are in better shape. And when I'm a better example for them, That's going to affect them the rest of their lives. And I'm very, very thankful. Now it's part of who my kids are. And I do not feel like that's a bad statement. I don't feel like I have portrayed any negative body image issues, because it is, to me, weight is so closely related to health. And I know some of you are going to say, stop, wait, Clary, whatever you want to call me. You're going to say, weight has not been strictly correlated with these health problems. You get diabetes as a thin or average healthy weighted person just as much. Like, they haven't really, there's no proof, right? But it is associated in ways with all diseases. So it's here's the kicker, and this, I'm not sure if this is totally an accident or not, and they're working on it. They're changing it. We're going to do away probably with BMI. I just saw an article the other day. I didn't really get into it or read what the new criteria was, but I have read a lot about how waist is such a better criteria for your health. Your waist, either both of them. It doesn't matter if it's your actual waist circumference or your waist to hip ratio. They both have been shown to be directly related to mortality and heart disease and cancer and all these different things. And like I said, what I'm going to do for you guys, if you're interested in getting into some more of the literature about that, I'm going to post those links on my claryberry.com page. That page it's not really a blog, it's kind of just a lead pad for all of my social media. There's a lot of links, a lot of studies, a lot of my main ideas backed up in some way, shape, or form. So check that out. A lot of times it's good to find some, topics to talk about, that sort of thing. So again, the main point of this video is just that I don't care anymore that I'm obsessed with my weight, because it's not a problem for me. I don't feel like I'm orthorexic. It doesn't create any problems. In fact, my healthy eating has solved problems in my life: IBS, candida, afternoon slumps, energy, like that sort of thing. And I just feel so great. I feel so much more in control of my life. I feel so much more knowledgeable. A lot of people think that being skinny is like you're always going to have an eating disorder or something. And if you're like into health, and like I said, I've been accused of this at least a few times, being obsessed like it's a bad thing. And it's probably like health in general, and even weight. I'm going to call it waist loss. That's what I'm going to call it. # waist loss. Waist loss. Yeah, fuck, why didn't I think of that before? Very much applicable to your health. Waist loss is applicable. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's waist to hip ratio. It's both. It's both. And here's the kicker. I've done a video on this before, but it's nestled so far down there, and you got to get the point across here. There's no minimum, from what I can tell. In all of my research, and I've looked at this, there's no cutoff. Like BMI has that, it's got that line, it's got that cutoff, and then it's got the dip. And anywhere under 18.5 or some arbitrary number, you're supposedly unhealthy all of a sudden. And that's why there's a lot of, skinny shaming and stuff like that. Like, if I get anywhere close to that number, my mom's like, you're too close to being too skinny, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well, let's talk about your waist inches. Let's see. And I did. I fired back at her one day after so many times of hearing that. I was like, you know what? Is your waist above 35 inches? Because 35 inches is a cutoff for a lot of really, a lot of risk. But the risk level is what I'm trying to say. The risk level just goes down and down and down and down. And as far as I am seeing, it has not. There's no dip where the smaller you are, the actually more risk you start to get again.